Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. I'm currently in San Francisco, where I'm now delighted to be joined by Tristan Handy, founder and CEO of DBT Labs, along with Ra Rahman, Director of Enterprise Data at Zscaler. Gentlemen, such a pleasure to be sitting down with both of you here today.
Thank you for having us, Raya.
Great to be back.
Tristan, always a pleasure having you on DCN. I want to dive into your mission statement at DBT Labs. You're on a mission to empower data practitioners to create and disseminate organizational knowledge. How has the role of the data practitioner evolved, and what are the biggest trends you're seeing from your seat as CEO and how they approach data transformation today?
It's a big question. There's a couple of different trends that I see going on. The first one is that the number of humans that can participate in a mature analytics development workflow is increasing.
Right.
We and others are building great tooling that allows folks who don't know SQL, don't know Python, but understand data to participate in a mature governed workflow. So that's awesome. Also, I think about this, and this is a big topic that maybe we can get into over beers, but I think that we've kind of gone through the S-curve of the data cloud, and now we're all on this next S-curve that I think of as standards and AI. So Iceberg is huge. That's, you folks have had a bunch of announcements there. We support that and love it. And obviously AI is improving everybody's ability to transform data much more efficiently.
Great perspective. Thank you, Tristan. And it's great to be joined by your customer in Zscaler. Ra, great to have you back on DCN. The role of enterprise data teams is evolving quickly. How are you thinking about, or rethinking, I should say, the Zscaler's data platform to meet today's expectations from business leaders?
That's such a timely question, Ryan, because every leader must be feeling the shift. Because gone are the days where actually the primary responsibilities of the data team is just build the dashboards and to answer the predefined set of questions, right? Today, business leaders expect much faster insights. Frankly speaking, they like to have an increased interaction with their data, right? So at Zscaler, we are rethinking our data platform, not just as a system of record, but as a system of action. What I mean by that is we are moving away from traditional data browsers into building intelligent data products. The one that just sits there and not just report it, it's also going to interact with you, respond to you in making a better decision making, right? So we shifted from not enabling self-service just for analytics, but also for AI use cases, so that our business can make decisions faster, right? So in a nutshell, the expectations evolve, we need to evolve as well, right? So what we are doing is it's not about managing the data anymore, it's about activating it.
Great perspective. And Tristan, a flood of recent announcements coming out of DBT Labs, rolling off your launch showcase. I know we were talking about it off camera last week. In addition to being named Snowflake's Monetization Data Cloud Product Partner of the Year this week at Summit, it seems to be all happening at DBT Labs. How do these announcements position DBT Labs for its next chapter of growth, and why?
Oh, geez. We've also had a big announcement this week that Christian made on stage yesterday. It was awesome. We are partners with the new Snowflake DBT projects functionality. So it's a real honor to be incorporated as a part of the Snowflake platform. I would say the biggest announcement that's coming out of us over the past week is the next generation engine behind DBT that we're calling the DBT Fusion engine. And already at the outset, that provides a dramatically better developer experience for folks using the platform today. And as we move forwards, it's going to provide a ton of surface area for us to build new monetizable features for developers.
It's great to hear, Tristan. Now, gentlemen, let's dive into the basics. In a world of constant AI innovations, how does a well-rounded data foundation still serve as the gold standard? And how is the AI Data Cloud making this a reality for both DBT Labs and Zscaler? Ra, why don't we start with you?
So imagine building a spaceship with duct tape and pipes. So that's how actually AI looks like without a solid foundation. You are just accelerating bad decisions with fancy tech. Right? A well-rounded data foundation is more important now than ever. At Zscaler, we have been very, very intentional about how we build the foundation. So we build a centralized scalable platform with Snowflake. And with the help of DBT, we are able to take it to the next level by building, reusable models, which is more modular. And we added a decent amount of documentation, and we applied this standard across the board. So these standards and consistency help us not just to keep the lights on, but we are able to test any AI use cases with confidence. So this is actually helping us to scale with trust as our foundation. And to answer your question about AI Data Cloud, it simply makes us to be more agile, right? So our analysts and the data scientists are now spending less time wrangling around the data and spending more time in building intelligence and insights, right? It's simply opened up a next level of collaboration. And now everyone from data engineer to business stakeholders are operating from the same trusted data layer and building their ideas, conceptualizing it, productionalizing it. Like, we are basically moving faster from concept to impact.
It's wonderful to hear, and Tristan would love your thoughts as well.
I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. Sometimes you can only, well, always, you can only have your first experience with a technology once.
Right.
I still remember my first iPhone. I remember building my first website when I was like 13 or something. And you have that experience and you're just like, my life is never going to be quite the same. So for me, that happened with AI recently. It came on the back of the launch of the DBT MCP server, Model Context Protocol, which is a way of getting context from third-party products into large language models. And so what the DBT MCP server does is it takes all of the metadata locked up inside of your DBT project and makes the large language model aware of it. And all of a sudden, magically, the second that the model can actually know all about your structured data estate, you can ask it whatever question you want. You can ask it to chart something, you can ask it to reason about something, and just because the models have all these latent capabilities, you can do that. And so it was magical for me to take this work that I have spent my entire professional career doing over 2 decades and just be like, oh my God, this is going to be really different, really fast.
It's great to hear, and it's always a pleasure sitting down with DBT Labs, and great to have Zscaler back on Data Cloud. Now, as you both look out on the back half of this year, what's your primary focus and why? Tristan, would love to start with you.
My answer is super simple. We need to get our new Fusion engine from beta to preview to GA, and we need to get it adopted across the entire community. This is truly next generation technology, and I am super excited to see all 70,000 companies using DBT on it.
Love it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And Ra, from your seat.
Thank you for having me here, Ryan, one more time. Love speaking on this panel, especially before my AI persona develops a better sense of humor than me. Right? I don't know to how many times we get to do this in person, to be honest. But to go back to your question, for my team and we are going to focus on taking our data platform to the next level. That is basically bringing more AI agents and automations on how we work, right? So we are looking at a whole new gamut of use cases, right? For example, sales assistants who are, when they are speaking to their reps, we are trying to have sales assistants set up so that they can engage better with our customers. We were looking for automating our SDR process and even DBT Copilot adoption. And also, we are looking to build a digital data engineer, which could actually develop DBT models for us, right? So it's kind of exciting. The whole goal is to enhance our team's productivity so that, we can be more creative in driving the impact, right? And what's personally exciting me is we are starting to actually see a shift where AI is not just a tool. It's actually becoming a more like a collaborator, which is sitting alongside us and adding context is actually helping us to amplify our thinking, right? So that kind of shift is actually unlocking new kind of agility across the organization. It's really exciting. So for rest of the year, our focus is to reduce manual work, do more AI magic.
Love to see it and love to watch it in action, gentlemen. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing what comes next.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. We'll see you next time.